The thoughts, opinions, and most importantly the perspectives expressed in this show are solely those of the participants including all guests, and do not reflect the opinions or practices of m.i.a and or any of its production or advertising partners. Furthermore, m.i.a Media does not endorse or condone all topics discussed during this broadcast. This show is purely for entertainment.
Sorry, have you cried in front of a partner?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I was actually going to ask that.
That's a very good question. I have.
And then how did you feel about their reaction towards you?
Like, change your voice or something.
Pause. Hard pause.
Whatever. What did I even say?
Hard pause. Make it saucy, bro.
Change your voice. Change your voice.
Be breathy.
Yo, that's the saucy.
Hit the meek button. And don't forget about Bun after. He's getting real comfortable.
Oh, I'll never
This
forget
guy's
about
such
him.
a pussy, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to goodness.
Yeah.
Nah, like you're such a pussy, bro.
Yeah,
like you can't stand outside on your own, bro.
Unless you really don't
The
want to.
joke is, this girl swears that there's something going on between you and I.
That's the same girl?
I mentioned it before.
You told me that somebody's asked you if like anything's happened between us or something like that. Is that the girl?
And sometimes it seems that this world closing ahead of me.
Yeah, bro.
There's no way you're breaking free. And then I see
She doesn't believe you? Oh, well, you should have told me. I would have called out your name.
That's not funny.
Turn it up.
Get back here, bud. Get off the phone.
I would call your name, your actual name.
How would you say it though?
Ryan, we gotta go. Come off the phone.
Not that we gotta go.
Yeah.
I'll jump in the back like, yeah, Ryan.
I'm like, you're busy. Tell her to call her back.
We gotta get this all on tape.
Come here.
Nah, bro.
Come here.
I don't know if we could do it like that, man.
Only going up this year.
Might get sticky outside, yo. It's a long summer.
Yeah, but the way you handled that, like, unless you're mad.
So what should I have said?
Well, one,
Is it the word preoccupied?
Yeah, don't ever say that.
So what should I say?
Preoccupied sounds like you're preoccupied with.
A thing?
Yeah, definitely.
So what word should I use? I'm busy? Or be like, oh, I'm recording right now?
Exactly.
I'm in the stew?
I'm about to record.
You're in the stew?
I'm gonna link you when I'm done.
I mean, I feel like she should already know.
And then they're gonna be like, this late?
Yeah, and you should have been like, yeah, Pree came late. So yeah, we had to wait for her.
Them ones. It's all good though. Knots, you ready to go? Another week in this SUP gang. SB, you don't look like you're ready to go, bro. What's up, man?
I'm always ready to go.
Well, I guess we're bigging up Knots first this week.
But this my YouTube. This video by YouTube.
Zealous authentic pictures. Keep him booked.
Keep him busy.
Do you see the part when I was like, Pree?
I know. I was like, aw, I remember.
That's like the second or third time I think I've done that.
Is that gonna go on?
We should
That's
get,
what I'm saying. Yeah, what's up, yo?
We should get a button
That
of saying her keep him busy.
Oh, in case I'm not here.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah.
Not even
Smart.
a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Add that to the list of things to do.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah, go check them on the internet. Zealous authentic pictures. Over here to my left. Back this week.
What up?
She was away last episode. You missed her, but it was.
You guys had a dope episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to the gal down.
They'll be back.
Big Lex.
Only going up this year.
Yeah. Big
I
up
remember
Shem.
that.
Shout out Shem.
Only going up this year.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh no, I meant shout out both of them. I just meant Big Lex because of like the talk that you guys had about it. But yeah, Shem too for sure.
We'll let you see some of the behind the scenes stuff after too. There's a few more.
Yeah,
There's
like
a bit more to conversation.
Yo, you ducking, dodging, and
What
weaving.
are you talking about? I answered everything.
Not for me, not for I, not for we,
yo,
not for she.
I didn't do good. I can't get a pass.
No,
on
you were
this?
sifting through the questions.
Barely sifting through.
How am I a great friend? Like what?
Hey, that's what I pulled.
Whatever, man.
I didn't have control over that. Like I said, all I was doing was looking for the small cards.
Like, well, I'm like, are you a great friend after a breakup? Like, I would have changed it.
Ooh, too bad you weren't here.
It's
we'll
okay.
Save that one for next time.
It's okay. Save it for right now. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Exactly what I was
Shout
gonna
out the boy Face.
Face, mom.
We'll get back to it.
We'll see you. I go by the name of Bun.
I know nothing that call it. Bun.
You can find me on Instagram at What's Up Bun. Oh, we didn't plug your Instagram or your website, did we?
It's cool. Check me out at Pree_Pree or www.bodyamo.ca.
That part.
Every gal a Pree.
And over here, the man, the myth,
Oh, this energy.
and the legend.
This energy.
Weighing in at, I think he's at about 182 pounds this
You're too
week.
kind. You're too kind.
You shot him up
Hailing
with
from
6 pounds.
Brampton,
Oh man.
all the way from Brampton, SB, the student.
There we go. There we
Now
go.
let's get it all in perspective.
Where we starting this week, yo?
That was
We can
great.
start at the question.
We're going right back to that. What's up? Am I a good friend after a breakup?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
You're friends with all your exes?
Not all of them,
Mhm.
but a fair good amount of them.
Are
Sure,
you-
we're cool.
Are you just friends with them so you can spin the block?
Not just for that reason.
Oh,
no.
okay.
That's a part of the reason. So not just that reason.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna get there.
Don't
but
do
yeah.
that. Have I spun the block before? Yes, I spun the block before.
Ooh,
Haven't we all spun the block a few times now?
you.
I guess I should say that because I do come across quite a few people who are on some like once I'm done, I'm done. Like,
No,
I'll go back.
absolutely not.
Females though,
Absolutely not.
A lot of my male friends though, everybody's spinning. All the men are spinning
Absolutely
the
not.
block.
No one can.
Well, for you,
For
you
me.
saying? Not once ever.
No.
Yeah,
An
right.
ex? No.
An ex.
An ex? Absolutely not.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
USB.
Oh hell yeah.
Or if you like fumbled on me. Like, so I haven't had that many like boyfriends, but like if we were talking for like a minute and like you fumbled, like meaning like you disrespected, like that's
Yeah,
immediate.
yeah.
Like, no. And they always want to because like I have never fell off. So it's just unfortunate.
But what if there's no disrespect? It just ended. Still
Yeah,
no
it's
shot?
kind of like
If whatever reason it would be No, no.
like what is the reason for it? Is it because
Most
there's
of-
something
most of
some
the
type
reason-
of disrespect, or
Yeah,
it's just like
mostly the reasons that I've stopped talking is because like someone's like they've lied or
Mhm.
you can't say cheated because like we weren't in. Like,
so
an
have you
exclusive
ever
relationship.
ended on amicable terms,
That's a good question.
or has it always been some beef thing where it's like, nah, F that guy?
So it's not a beef thing where like I'm snapping. It's like cool. You
Yeah, I just
you
don't F
did
you
you
no more.
yeah like it,
If I
you
see you
did
in the
your
road, I'm not
thing.
hailing you.
No,
Like,
I'll hail you.
okay.
Like there's only like one or
And we're
there's
still talking
one.
about exes or just
No, like even people that like I've like dated, like just
Okay.
talked to, like most of them can like you could say hi to me on the street, but like I'm not going back there with you. So even if it didn't end on, so even if there was like disrespect, meaning like they lied about something, I'm not holding that against you. Like I don't hate you,
Mhm.
but you're just not for me.
Right.
So it's not no big, and I don't do scenes. I don't do all that stuff.
Mhm.
So like, if it ended for whatever reason, yeah, like we're cool. I'll say hi to you. Like I'll see, like when I see you, but like for it to go back to that, it's gonna be a no for me.
How about you? You can spin the block with any one of them?
No,
at this
not
point?
any one of them. Some it's just completely cut. There's no communication sense, and then some is amicable, and it's just
But
like,
were those on your terms or theirs?
what part?
Like, were you cut off from somebody towards like, I'm not talking to you, and you've already attempted to like circle back?
Oh man, I think I'm usually the one that cuts it off.
And I also feel like if you, whether it was like amicable or not, like you just can't come back. For me, like it doesn't matter.
What if you need a link on something?
No, to what?
I don't know.
To speak, sure.
Nah, what if you needed a discount, like on some furniture or something? I don't know. Like, you're not gonna be cool with them? Like, what's up?
Wait,
They're supervisors
what?
at IKEA. Like what?
Talking from experience?
Yo, I need some furniture still. Hook up
Yeah,
that
man,
deal.
you
I
had the link for a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you never hooked it up.
You never asked me for nothing though.
You never showed me.
But on the rails, did I care or the brick?
Shout out the brick. Shout out everybody who works at the brick.
Only going up this year.
Yeah, I used to be there for what, like 17 years, I think that was. Yeah, I
Yeah,
furnished a
minute.
lot of homes for some people, yo.
So I've heard.
Yo.
I never reaped those benefits, but so I've heard.
Those are the good old days.
Have you
What?
spun the block?
A few too many times, to be honest.
A few too many. Do you regret it?
No, I never regret it. I always joke when I say a few too many times. I've maintained positive relationships with a lot of people that I've experienced in life, particularly females.
Yeah.
Even the ones that ended on not so good terms. It's never been a war thing.
Yeah.
But if there were some issues, yeah, we still found a way to be cool in the end. So if I see them on the road, I can still hail them up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it's like I don't feel like any of my exes, like I'm cool with all of them. It's just going back to that type of way is going to be a no, because it's not going to go anywhere.
How cool is cool though? Just saying what's up when you see them, or is it like talking terms where you might even randomly call them or message them and you guys are actually having
So
conversations?
a lot of the guys
Hey,
that I
big
used to,
How did you about you?
a lot of the guys I used to talk to are friends, like they're friends. So
Okay,
yeah, like
so it's
no.
by association.
Like yeah, I don't like. It's not like we talk every day or anything like that. But like if they'll hit me up like a long time, or if they see me out and then like, oh hey, have you?
that's
been?
all it usually
Da, 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 da.
takes, though.
Like that's all.
Oh, let's catch up.
But for me, it's not like they all know. Like there's no laneway there for you.
Is that because you're in a relationship now, or if
No,
even
no,
if you
in
weren't
general,
in a relationship,
in
it's still
general,
not
in
gonna happen?
general, like yeah, I don't look backwards. I'm not going that way. I'm not.
I mean,
not
I
doing
find that a lot more with females than I do males.
I feel like a lot of people are keen to going back because it's comfortable and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's a fact. It's
But
familiar.
I also think that can turn into like just like a friends with benefits thing too, because then you're just, you know them, they know you, you're comfortable, they know what you like, all that stuff. So like it could turn into that, but like I think the talking or like to try again is a more like of a resistance thing.
So when you're in the midst of, I guess, that break between your last to that new person, you're just mute to the world? Like,
What do you mean?
You don't need no extra hugging, kissing every so often between that. Like, I ain't got nobody with me right now.
Oh no, I've had like friends with benefits for like
And they would just,
very
and
long,
it just
like
never
like
be
years.
exes. And none of those have been
No,
exes.
they're my friend. Like they're people that became my friends, and like that's all it is. And then if I was to meet somebody new,
But was
I'm
that
like, bro,
clear
I'm
on
not.
both parties, yours
Yeah,
and that person?
of course.
We are strictly friends.
Well,
with benefits.
okay, no, I guess not, because like they would throughout the longevity would catch feelings of like, why can't we? And I'm
And
like,
you
no, you're
never caught
no,
feelings?
bro, you're crazy. But I'm saying like I think that is comfortable for people, like that the friends with benefits, because then you don't have to worry about
Commitment.
you know what I mean, like and all that stuff. And I mean sometimes you need a hug,
Basically.
right? So instead of like going out and catching a new body.
I don't like how this guy's muted up over here. What's up? You ain't got
I'm just taking it in. I'm playing out the whole thing for myself.
Well, how many friends with benefits you got?
Right now, none.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not about that life no more.
How many do you have?
You've matured. You're an adult now.
It's just I don't find it worth it. Like it just gets.
But you're dating now, right? So you
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
need
too.
one.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
How many friends with the benefits?
Yeah,
do
you
I
heard me.
have?
Yeah. You can repeat the question all you want.
We're gonna hit the chimes.
Yo, bro. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Oh, there's
don't
too
know.
many to count?
Are we talking about like present day or like have I experienced?
Do you need me to be that specific for you to answer my
I'm
question?
not trying to answer this question.
Well,
Leave it
we're
to
not
me.
going to move on. So
I'm
you
not,
want
man.
I don't think you want dead
I
air.
don't have any friends with benefits.
You have no friends with benefits.
Nah.
So you have no one in your phone that you could call right now, and no one could call you right now for like, hey, big head, hey, stranger.
Yeah, but what are you trying to do to me right now?
What do you mean? What am I trying to do to you? Listen, sir, I'm going to ask you again. Ready? Focus.
What kind of benefits though?
This guy's talking about furniture still.
I'm gonna slap you.
Sex? That's what we're talking about?
What are friends with benefits? You have friends with benefits that you just kiss and hold hands?
Yo, bro.
You have cuddle benefits? Like what?
Honestly, you should have been here like 45 minutes ago because you would have heard what I was explaining to these guys.
Well,
But
we're here now.
yeah, there's definitely different kind of benefits, though.
So you call people just to cuddle?
Would that sound crazy to you?
I'm asking you a question. Whether it sounds crazy to me or not, I just would like to know the answer. Your hesitation makes me point into the affirmative.
I wouldn't say that I call, but I do happen to find myself in those circumstances sometimes.
Is it because you're trying to hit and you can't, so you just end up cuddling?
Sometimes I don't want to hit.
Or sometimes you just want to cuddle.
It's
Sometimes
cool
we
to
need
just
a
have
hug. No, I mean, I get it.
Like, it's cool to just have somebody around.
For sure. So how many friends with benefits do you have?
I almost feel like we need to dissect this whole friends with benefit thing.
I really don't think we do, though.
No, but what if it's somebody you're actually considering as a partner, but you're just not certain yet? But
Okay, then that means
already be slamming.
Then you're talking to that person because you care about
So then
them.
is it okay to talk to multiple people?
Of course it is. You're dating. You're single. You could do what you want.
Yeah, so
As long as you're honest. Friends with benefits is somebody that you,
regular basis
that you talk to on occasion.
Yeah, but
and
I
that
can
you can.
I can be getting those benefits today, and then I don't get them again for months from now.
But
and then all of a sudden,
okay, but hold on. If you call
right now,
if you
no
call,
guarantees.
If you
None of
call,
this.
let me finish my sentence.
It could be an acquaintance.
You don't need to raise your eyebrows that high. You really don't need to do that. If you have people in your phone that you can call that are single, they're single at the moment, and you can call for that reason, those are your friends with benefits, and vice versa. You're both single. Now that they're talking to somebody, so they're like, nah, I'm not about that. But if they weren't, they would be. So how many of those do you have? Please don't ask me a follow-up question.
Nah, but it's not like it's not like we're both on the same page to where it's like, oh, we are strictly friends with benefits. We don't have a mutual understanding like that. I don't have a mutual understanding with anybody in my phone that we are friends with benefits.
Okay, you just have people in your phone that have been in your phone or that you've messed with for like over 10 years that you randomly have sex with.
Yeah. This guy was enjoying Saturday way too much.
I know, right?
He's like high-fiving everyone when he pick a lame question. Like, yeah, I answered. I answered. Woo, what do you want me to do? I answered.
This guy's a...
You want me to answer your phone for you?
So where are we going from here now?
I think we should take a break.
If you're in the GTA and need your car detailed, visit Speckless Pro Auto Detailing. They specialize in both exterior and interior cleaning, including headlight restoration and salt stain removal. Book online at www.specklessprodetailing.com or call 416-262-0702. Don't accept anything less. Visit Speckless. Moving on.
How's your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Oh man.
I went to like 2 parties, and one was like an all you can drink party, which like were really cool.
All you can drink?
Yeah.
Like a family event?
No. But fair.
Yeah.
No, one was called First Come First Serve. And that was like in the West End. That was really cool. And then another one was like kind of like a freshie party. Just like a Jamaican party. And that was on Monday. So that was really dope. Had a great weekend with my friends.
That's good.
I needed it. Yeah. A good release. What about you? How was your weekend?
For the first time, you know how all these places have like fireworks?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've gone to Niagara
Oh,
Falls
you're right.
for it.
Canada Day for all that. Yeah.
I've
Mhm.
gone to Wonderland for it.
Mhm.
I've never gone to like a city one, like Mississauga or Toronto. Actually, I've gone to Toronto like a long time
Like
ago.
Ashbridges?
I mean like the last 10 years or so,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So I went to the one in Brampton
Mhm.
with my kids. So one, the fireworks show was amazing.
Oh, my girl put that on.
What do you mean put it on?
Brampton's like she does all the city events.
Oh, yeah,
in
right.
Brampton, yeah. And so I saw like
as an organizer.
Yeah. So she works for the city of Peel, Brampton, whatever, and she does all of those like events for like whatever, like I don't know, Canada Day, Victoria Day, like all those like different type of stuff. So like I saw the Pree thing because they had like performers and like a stage.
They had m.i.a performing.
Yeah, which
is pretty dope.
Yeah, she did airplanes. That's like one of my.
That's
it's
her
only
main track.
song, right? Yeah, fair.
Yeah, so she's out there.
I didn't even know she was still doing that.
What do you mean? That's her track. She's got to do it. What else is she gonna do?
No, but even performing that track, like I didn't even think she was still like in any realm.
I think that's
of
her
anything.
biggest track.
No, but like even going on stage.
Okay, gotcha.
Like that's what I mean.
I think it's she's got a brand coming out right now, so she has a fashion brand.
So it's something to like.
I'm linking the two together.
Right.
Like you got to start doing that whole thing again.
Yeah.
But her brand's pretty interesting too. So she's got fashion clothing that are supposed to prevent radiation, Wi-Fi signals, 4G, 5G, supposed to protect your brain, your body, and stuff like that. So
interesting.
It's something different. But
is the foil shit?
It looks like foil, but it's not. It's like
the hoodie lining.
Yeah, it's like
it's
a mix.
The whole thing. It looks like aluminum foil.
It's a mixture of copper and nickel, and they put it together. But yeah.
You know, I haven't. You said that you took your kids to go watch like fireworks. I haven't gone to go watch fireworks. I think ever.
No way.
In my life, like I've done it. Like with my parents have done it. Like on the street.
You talked to a lot of those lames.
Or you were even on the last pod. Like you asked everyone if they've been on a date for fireworks, or you done that, and no one had. I think it's a good date. No, you have done it. I'm not saying that, but like a lot of them now, like since I moved, like and lived in like high rise buildings, like
so I got all these benefits with
like,
these friends, yo.
I can see them from my balcony.
What was that number again?
Like I do that now. So yeah. How was your weekend?
No, I feel like we need to talk about it at some point, yo. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that I want to like a lot of men. I feel like I need to start shitting on them because that's it's lame.
Like what part?
Such a simple date to me. Like yo, I would literally just go get a box of pizza.
No, I think it's a
bottle
really,
of let's say wine.
I think it's a really cute date.
Fold down the seats in my trunk.
Yeah.
And we're chilling in the back, watching the fireworks, eating some pizza, drinking some wine. And this is like 2010, bro. How are guys not even out here doing these simple things?
So I think that's a cute date. I don't think that should be like a first date.
It wasn't the first date. And
but I think it's a great idea.
Conversation further to be a first date, but then
it'd
it's
be
like,
dope if it's a first date.
Because I don't think a girl's gonna just be comfortable like, hey, let's go into like the bush and park up and fold down your seats of your car and watch fireworks.
Exactly.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be very surprised.
For you guys, I'm just saying like you don't understand like the.
And are we talking about now in this day and age?
Like what's going on?
Yeah, we're talking about now these days.
I think before, back then.
I think always there's always a girl that fits the description.
I think back then more women were more likely to do those things. I think for sure, but now no.
I think they're still likely to do it now. You got a cell phone. I don't know.
They're still looking for it now because a lot of guys still ain't doing that shit either.
No, fair. I'm just saying like the level of like the effort from men and just being like in a secluded place with somebody that you don't know now is like more is different than like back then. Like for example, like I feel like a lot of women like I feel like women a lot would get chopped. Like I would get chopped at the bus stop. Like a guy would pull up in a car, try to talk to you, like whatever.
Never in my life have ever done that shit. That's whack to me.
This is one when we were in like high school, and these are like older guys. Like I don't like not at this age, but anyways, back then. And back then you're like, oh, you're not supposed to go into like strangers' cars. You're not supposed to do this or whatever. Like I think we were all doing the most.
But he's got an Integra.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna drop me to school? Sure. Yeah. And he would drop me to school. Like there was no fear of that, even though like that white van, blue van thing back then was like a whole issue. But I feel like now because of like all these things are more like prevalent, I feel like it's just less likely for someone to do that. Like I would do that type of date on like the second or third date. Like I would have no problem with that. But like if I met you out on the road and then we just talked a bit and then our first interaction is that, like I wouldn't be comfortable.
You think you're saying a lot of this because you're older? Because when you're no, I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I did I did all nonsense.
You know how you feel invincible when you're younger?
Yeah,
That's why I asked.
I
Like
think
now or
that's
10
why
Yeah,
you have
but
the
I
opinion.
said 10, 15 years ago, I agreed with you.
No, I hear you. So my point is,
Yes.
so younger people, I think, are still going
Right.
ahead and having a blast.
Yeah, fair. But
Even from a point of what you're drinking and who you're drinking with.
Yeah.
Like you'll go out and party and go.
Yeah, I mean,
way out of your
I think
limits.
that's right. I think it's a cute date. Like I think it's a really nice, thoughtful date.
Yeah, so then to me, it's like, what are guys out here doing then?
Nothing.
And that's
I
why
told
Shem
you
was
that.
on some still with the movie shit. And I was like, what? Like,
Listen, if you ever,
I know you had the
come to-
deprivation tank, but outside of that, what else are you doing on your first dates or dates in general?
I'm not really
There's
dating right now.
so many things.
When
can
you
do.
were dating,
Yeah.
when you would take a female out, how come you're not pressing this guy the same way? Where would you go? What is a good date idea?
well, because I
What
didn't
would you be doing?
I didn't start that conversation.
Why do you sound so angry?
Come on, yo.
Why
And that's not
do you
even.
why
That's
do you
not.
sound so upset?
That's
Let's go,
also not
dates.
even an
Dates.
aggressive.
What do you mean
question.
by date?
Oh.
Like, do
Yeah,
you
there we
mean
go, yeah.
like,
Like, were you guys
dating
talking,
like a friend,
or
or do you
like-
mean dating like someone I just met,
go,
or
let's
someone
go.
that I've been going out with for 5 years? What does
Date
mean?
ideas. Give me one of your date
Do you
ideas.
do you have a go-to first date?
A go-to first date? No, man, I'm not that planned, bro.
So what do you do, brother?
Yo, you're.
Like, come on.
You're at 11.
No, but this is what I mean. Like,
Th-
press
but-
this. Answer
Yeah,
the
but
question.
I was
Oh, no, you
press-
never answered the question.
First of all, I was pressing
What's
you.
your date, yo?
I was pressing you on something juicy.
What's
You're asking
your
this
date?
guy, where do you take gal?
Yeah, let's hear about it.
It's not. He's gonna. I could tell you exactly what he's gonna say.
What is he gonna say?
He's gonna
Applebee's?
say no.
What?
He's gonna say
Ouch.
it depends on the girl.
That says a
It
lot
depends
about
on
you
the
right now.
vibe, and it
I said
depends on
Applebee's.
and it depends on our interest at the time. That's what he's gonna
And
say.
that's sufficient for you?
What?
Those responses.
No, I could delve into more.
Let's go. Let's play your little game though. So it depends on the season. So I'll give you an example. So we rented a cottage and went out to up north.
On a first date?
I knew her already. It wasn't a first date, but I'm saying we're reacquainting.
Yeah.
So I'll do something like that.
That don't qualify
like,
to
if
me.
you-
Nah, that don't. That,
So
that,
like,
that's like-
okay,
you know this
okay,
person
all
already.
right, man. So if you go out and you like meet a girl at, well, I don't know, a bar, okay? Let's just say that happened. You met a girl at a bar. You guys kicked it off. You guys are cool. You're talking and texting or whatever, and like you both are like, okay, yeah, like we want to see each other. Not depending on her at all. What is something that you would suggest doing as your first date?
Again, depending on the person, we could go trekking. We could go for like an actual
We can go or we have gone.
both.
Like tree chop
Both.
checking?
Yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
exactly. But now,
But that's
but now,
active.
before this guy raises his voice,
That's active.
right? It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Not everybody is gonna be down for like walking and stuff like this. So if
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that we could do, let's go. Let's do that. So it's very like I don't have a go.
So you guys don't have, like,
I'm not
a
going to
conventional-
fireworks as my go-to.
No,
first
but
date
like you're
thing,
not
you know
like,
what I mean?
oh, let's go for a drink as your like a first date. But
like I've gone to just go watch like an event with somebody.
yeah.
Gone to Dave and Buster's to watch the fights or whatever it is. Like things lead. There's no direct way. You know what I mean?
what would be your ideal first date for you? Like it's like your something that you would love to do on a first date with like a woman.
Yeah, I'm simple. To be honest with you.
Like go for a walk?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I would say
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
You're okay with that?
What?
Going for a walk?
or even like a
On your first date?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like I've gone for like, have I done coffee? I think I've done coffee. This is when I was on dating apps though, so like it's just I'm trying to like feel
Exactly.
you out in person. I've gone for ice cream, and I was like, whoa, absolutely not.
shout out Dutch Dreams. I've done that a bunch of times.
Yeah, so when I
guy
was like,
knows the
oh,
spots, eh?
when I was like, oh yeah, go out for
Knows the
ice cream.
spots. This guy
I
knows
also
the
thought
spots.
Dutch
Don't
Dreams.
try to be all nice to me.
No,
man. Get the fuck
I
outta here.
also thought, I know this guy's a dickhead. I also thought Dutch Dreams, but that's not where I went. That's not where he took me. That's not where he took me.
I don't want to insult anybody.
You can.
Yeah.
It's no one that I've ever talked about. But
Like Baskin Robbins or something?
bro, Yes.
Yeah, did he have the coupons?
Oh my God, no.
Or the stamp? Like the, you know?
No,
the
but like,
Marble
he was,
Slab had the stamp. I think it was Marble Slab.
Yeah,
he
they
was just
did.
talking
They
like,
did.
he was just talking a lot of like smack, like, oh yeah, you're a sneakerhead, like I'm a sneakerhead too, da da da. And I'm like, oh cool. And he wasn't. He just lied about a lot of things.
Not the lying.
He didn't even look like what he looked like. It was a lot.
But-
and I didn't want to be mean, so I didn't. So I still went.
Out of all fairness, though,
Yeah,
Like-
100%.
like everyone's like, there's a lot of people that will go out of their way on their first date. Like I have friends that will full out
Like what?
go to a game, get like proper
Court
seats, or
sides.
something like to the effect of.
No, I've had
Yeah.
like,
you know, so I've heard all kinds of stories where
Yeah.
like they'll go to the top of the top restaurants or whatever it is. So it's all levels. I'm just not that guy. I'm not interested in all that stuff to like woo you and flatter you.
Yeah,
out
like
with,
I've
you know.
had a first date that took me to a very, very, very expensive restaurant, and the dinner was very expensive.
Yeah.
But also, that person's now my boyfriend. But that was one of them.
Also, it worked.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I've had other people that like that's done a lot, like came with flowers and like
I've done
took
that
me
too.
here, and it worked. Like
Yeah.
that's what it was. Like I had a really good connection with that person,
Yeah.
and it was like different. Than we went for a walk, like all these things, and I feel like when those things happen, it's like it's natural to like progress if you guys are connected like in that way.
Agreed.
Have you brought flowers to someone on a first date, sir? Over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my regular flowers, it's not I wouldn't say regular, but I do flowers, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Just a simple question.
I don't know, you give me like a stare like, are you lying or something?
No, I don't think you're lying. I don't think you're lying. Oh my God. What else do you want me to say?
Did you have a follow-up question then?
No. No.
Have you ever, like,
Did
do you
pick
flowers on the
sorry.
first date?
Let me do
I
a
have.
follow-up.
That-
Did
that's-
you
that was
did
the
you
one I
pick
brought
them from your garden?
No,
Okay.
never do that.
I brought flowers on the first day, and the girl's like, "Yo, I hate flowers."
Yikes.
But did she
Was she a
appreciate
tourist
did
too?
she appreciate the gesture?
I guess.
Oh.
I guess.
What?
I was just like, all right, cool. Like I didn't really know what to do.
You heard what I said?
I didn't hear.
Where were
You
you
said
laughing?
is she a tourist too?
Yeah, I was like, was she a tourist?
But you said two.
Well, yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I left.
that part.
Mm.
I remember what she was.
I just think that there's like such easy things that like men can do, like as small gestures that go
Facts.
like such a long way, and it's not hard. Like a little, like a random card on a Tuesday is like really sweet. Like anything, like all
Agreed.
these like really tiny small things. But I also think that that should be like reciprocated. Like I do all that stuff, so like, but I'm also like I would consider myself a little. I wouldn't consider myself cheesy, but I've been called cheesy. But I have to get
An example of that would be what?
there. Cheesy?
Yeah, on a random Tuesday.
Like I would get a very funny, suggestive card and like just write whatever in it and like surprise with maybe something that like you have ran out of or like that you've wanted or whatever, like small things, like nothing crazy. And then, yeah.
Is this still, you do this present day and you've always done these things?
I do these things for boyfriends. Like I don't do these things for like,
But you've always done it? So
Yeah.
going back to
mm-hmm.
10, 15 years ago?
Mm-hmm. Like if you've told me like your favorite candy, like I'll get it or write you a letter. Like I like mail, like receiving thing, like that kind of stuff, like surprises, but small. They can be small.
I'm very spontaneous. So example.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like on like I don't mean like for your birthday or like for a certain event or something like that. So go ahead.
Going to the art gallery, just checking out whatever, seeing what's there, go for the walk, whatnot. Now we're leaving, and there's like a foot massage spot on the way when we're walking. Boom.
yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like it's just like what's the vibe?
Yeah, but you sound also, I'm not even just using this example, but are you dependent on this spontaneity? Do you ever plan for something?
Ooh,
Because you
good
don't see-
question. That's a good
You
question.
just gotta, like, you to me don't suggest that you plan. It's more like I
Maybe-
hope I
maybe
bump
you'll
into
plan the
something that
initial
then
thing.
like
No, we've already talked about this. The initial going to the
certain thing.
wherever we're ending up is planned. But what happens as we're going there or we're coming back, time dependent. Yeah, I'm open to.
yeah,
I'm open
and
to
I feel like
suggestions.
that whole time dependent thing is very important because I feel like you
Oh,
could
for sure.
be, yeah, but what are you going somewhere that's going to occupy your time for a long period of time, or it's like
The difference
that only lasted 2 hours.
the-
What am I going to do now? Let me think of something next.
Our personalities are very different, right? Like you're not going to understand how I do stuff because you're very calculated. Like this is what it is. After that, it's this. After that, it's this, and that, and then that fills out. Let's just say whatever the date was.
Yeah, I think you're more
I'm
like,
not like that.
atypical, and like I don't think he's like that. So like, I think for you, you could be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go out with this girl, and like maybe it'll be like an hour, 2 hours, but it could be 8 hours, like because that's what could happen.
If time permits.
No, right,
Yeah, like it
fair.
depends on the day.
Like,
Certain
if you don't
days
have
it's like,
something-
I don't have that time.
Right.
So it's this. But yeah.
I just
I enjoy, but like I enjoy.
but I think you're
enjoy
getting
life like
better.
that.
Like I think you're opening your mind up to being more.
I don't even think it's a
You know
better or
what?
worse thing. I don't even think it's a better or worse thing. I think it's just a preference thing. Like it's a personality thing. Like that works for him. This works for me.
Does it though?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it depends on who you're dealing with.
that's a fact.
I just
But
think
I find that from a female's perspective, that don't typically work because it's like they're almost like, oh, you didn't plan this shit out. Like I didn't.
I think if you have it,
turns into a thing.
yeah, but I think that if you have like an initial plan, like hey, let's go
Exactly.
to dinner, or hey, let's go to the wherever, let's go watch the game. That's fine because I'm like, that's all I'm thinking. Like I'm like, okay, this is the date. And now if it's going well and like we leave and like, oh, you're walking by the whatever and you do, like that would be more exciting for me. Not that, because you can't say like, okay, then we're going to go to dinner and then we're going to go to this like really cool like speakeasy bar and then we're going to do this, because what if at dinner I'm like, bro, I'm not vibing with you in that way.
Yeah, that's fine. But at least you already knew what the next step was, as opposed to just.
But women love, I would say, like in general, women love surprises, like in that same like realm. So,
You mean either
think-
which way, whether it was planned or not?
no, like initially we want to plan because I want to know that you like took in the time and effort to like plan something for me.
I hope
Initially.
I hope I'm not given like the presentation if I just show up and say, hey, I don't know where we're going. Like, let's just drive around and GPS something. Like,
I don't think that's what you're giving
exactly.
off.
Well,
I think that's what he's trying to make you look like you're giving
Exactly,
off, but I
yeah.
don't think that's what you're giving off.
Oh, that's funny. You say that.
Why? Because it's true. You are.
Oh, but when I say something like that, that's not the case.
No, bro, you don't answer any question. He answers my questions. So I don't need to press him like how I press you.
So we're going with the treetop thing?
yeah, we can say that.
That's the one example you're going with?
Yeah, I'll go with that one example. I'm not as busy as you. I don't have so many people in the picture.
But that's only if they like
Treetop is cool with
walking.
you?
I've gone treetop trekking before, but it was fun.
Yeah, but you did it as a date?
No, I did it with like a group
Would
of
you do it
friends.
as a date?
Yeah, but if he had to tell me, you can't just like surprise me with that. Because I won't be dressed for that
Exactly.
at all, ever in life. Unless you like say that. And like we've talked about it in the
Have to
that'll
be dressed for
fun.
the occasion.
Yeah, like I've gone on a date like rock climbing, but like
Mm-hmm.
the man, like he told me.
Oh, that you have to.
Yeah. And it was dope. It was really fun.
Show up wearing a dress to go rock climbing.
Yeah, absolutely not. Right. Do you have a
I'm not about the physical activity stuff so much.
do you have a
I'll go for
go-to
walk, but a go-to date?
as your first date?
No.
What if you had to give an example?
An example of a first date that I've
Yeah,
done?
that
Like,
you've
specifically a first
Sure.
date?
Yes, a first date.
Uh,
That
Yeah.
you've done or would do.
what's so funny?
The way that you're screaming at me now, this guy had to clarify all this stuff already. Like first date, like how much?
Firstly, nobody was screaming at you. Calm down.
Oh man, you gotta watch that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you guys should do the exact same for the top then.
You guys should do the exact same from the top then.
Yeah, from the earlier on.
Why didn't you yell back at her? Why were you yelling at me? You get what I'm saying?
No, but you like I feel like you're just at we're gonna
close.
debate this.
All right, man.
Not even close.
Okay, hold on.
But do you see
what
how
would
she
you
was
do?
so quick to be like, oh, it depends on the vibe and da-da-da. Like, don't act like you don't give those same responses.
I don't feel that I do. But I mean, but even if I
the
did,
thing
But enough for her to be able to recite it verbatim exactly what you would respond with.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would say, this is what he would say, and that is what I said. Then I said, hey, give me an example. And you know what he did?
No,
Instead of asking me, no, you screamed.
Oh my goodness.
You screamed. And I said, okay, cool. Give me an example. And then he was like, oh. And then he gave me one without asking me 14 questions, 18 different ways.
After
so
you had
that's
already
that is why I do not have to talk to him the way that I speak to you. Because you know why? I can ask him a question and he answers me. That's the difference.
With those responses.
Sir,
and
no,
the reason
because
he didn't respond with any of that is because you had already said it.
Initially, you're always like, yo, why are you talking to him that way? Why aren't you doing this that way? Because I don't have to.
But yo, but like,
I don't have to.
Let me just interject from my timing perspective. He started raising his voice at like 4 seconds in. Meanwhile, he'll be at like 40 minutes circling.
Right.
Stop doing.
It's warranted though.
You see how this 40-minute bullshit? It's not 40 minutes.
Sorry, my bad. 18. 18. Right, it was 18. I thought it was 10. Or maybe I said 8. He said 18. Because the timer was on.
But nobody calls her out when she raises her voice though, right?
It takes me 40 minutes to get to you.
I'm supposed to tell her she's raising her voice against you? Why is that my business?
I don't raise my voice at him because he answers my questions. And you pushed me. You pushed me 20 minutes.
We just determined.
He took his built-up frustration with you out on me.
Because he can.
Right. Because we just determined that he's going to respond with those responses before even answering the question.
Right. And then what happened? So I determined he was going to respond that way. And then I said, can you give me an example? And then guess what he did? Instead of asking me 18 more questions, he gave me an example.
I'm putting all of this in the group chat so we can all watch it back and be like, there it is.
Yo, we could watch this episode back live.
I would love to do that. Can we do reactions?
That'd be great.
Should we do like split? Should we do split
videos?
I am so down.
Yeah, split screens.
Nah, you guys want to hear my reactions.
You'll see the hypocrisy.
Oh, I see it.
Nah, your bullshit. You'll see your own bullshit.
It's literally you.
All right. And when I start pointing it out for you guys.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I think you should be pointing it out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, when I do, you guys just like to talk
I think it would help you. We talk over you. You scream, sir.
Oh my goodness, man. The one time that I was on this guy trying to press him about getting a response out of him.
It's not one time.
When have I ever pressed you like that?
Oh my God.
That's fair, but
when have I ever pressed you like that?
I don't feel that you have.
So the one time that I did it now.
I'm just pointing it out.
All right.
Instead of bottling it up like you do.
Anyways, I thought do you have an example of a first date that you may do, that you've done in the past or may do in the future, or that you've thought about maybe kind of in that way?
Fireworks.
On a no occasion?
On a no occasion? I mean, it has to be July 1st or May 24th.
Yeah, but I mean like not on a holiday.
First date?
That you've done or would or have done. That you've done in the past, would do. Does that give you a ballpark?
Thinking.
Can you name a first date you've done in the past?
That's what I'm thinking about.
That you enjoyed?
I really don't have these things like in my brain stored like that. I don't. First date.
Why would it be stored? It would just be something that you've done, unless you just don't remember any of your first dates that ever happened ever in your life.
That's a possibility.
Oh, I guess the people that you dated weren't memorable? I don't understand.
It's not to say that they weren't memorable, but what did we do on our first date? It's kind of why.
But like you did the fireworks thing. That's pretty cool.
That wasn't a first date.
I understand that, but I'm saying like you put thought into the things you do.
I always do.
Okay, great. So do you have a thoughtful first date that you've done in the past?
That I cannot.
That was aggressive.
But
yeah, because you. How many times? This is my seventh time answering you.
I don't remember.
Okay, sorry. Do you have a bad memory?
I guess I really don't recall.
Okay, well then you have a bad memory. That's okay. Let's just chalk it up to bad memory and let it go. Let's break, guys.
I have the what's it called? The Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song going on in my head right now. Hit those chimes. Take a break.
Pottery painting.
Yeah.
Pottery painting.
As a first date?
Yeah. Did pottery painting as a first date.
That's super cute.
I suppose. Still got a break.
Odd that you didn't think about that initially.
Bad memory, I suppose.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah. Hit the chimes. Hit them.
Not to insert some sponsors.
Hit them. Oh my God, you're so difficult.
Make your business visible online. For a complimentary digital marketing and website consultation, go to dmmu.ca or call 647-469-DMMU.
This segment is brought to you by Body Ammo.
You're trying to sound all sexy.
No, I'm trying to sound like you.
Oh, that sounded good.
Go check
this website out.
Yeah, go check out Body Ammo on the internet.
You just have to, for any girl to sound sexy, you just need to be breathy. That's it.
Breathy.
That's it.
Only going up this year.
www.bodyammo.ca. I've been on a lot of mixtapes. So. Yeah.
Go get yourself one of those bears.
There you go.
Visit the website, yo.
Custom, baby.
You got something? Oh, that's
custom.
Yeah. You know what? My birthday's not that far.
Yeah, that was custom for you. Happy birthday.
Anybody? Yeah, right. I want a fresh one, like a fresh ass.
I literally made that for you.
For me in particular, though?
Yeah, you.
I didn't know. That wasn't gifted.
Shut up, man. I don't want to talk to you. Anyways,
if it's for me, I'm putting it in my bedroom or something. What are you talking about?
It's not for your bedroom.
The bedroom. Damn.
All right, yo.
Yeah, run it again.
Thank you. Nats, you had a question.
Yeah, this question has been kind of ringing for
This was a viewer submission.
No.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. I'm like, yes. Please say yes.
No, this is a question that it started within my household and then it just trickled to people we knew. So now it's a debate amongst our circle of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured I'll bring it here, which is, so my wife and I, we're talking about relationships with people. And generally, we've come to the assumption that everybody has an agenda, whether it's malicious or it's unintentional.
Every girl who I've ever talked to has heard me say that at least once. At the end of the day, everybody has their own agenda.
They do.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Because now I don't agree. So, but maybe I'm not understanding.
Everybody has an agenda. Your mother has an agenda. Your father has an agenda for you. Our children have agendas with us. Everybody has agenda. Now, the word agenda is probably not the right word. I would more so say everybody has intent within a relationship. Whether it's realized or it's unrealized. So let me go a little bit further. So how the conversation started was we were just kind of analyzing the people that we used to associate ourselves with, the people that were really close, and now they're not in our lives. Like, for instance.
You guys made a list of people?
There is a list.
No, but you guys made a list?
No.
Okay.
Just like randomly talking about different people.
Okay.
And
Did you guys delete them off of Instagram?
No.
Okay, get the question.
Keep the follow.
Not that petty. But as you evolve in life, your circles change. Like for instance, when we got married, we noticed that people just naturally just kind of disconnected. And again, it wasn't any issues or anything like that. It's just natural.
Oh man.
So much to say.
So
There's a story that is triggered in my head when this guy's talking about the whole wedding shit, yo.
Okay, hold that.
So
are you gonna say it? Okay, go on.
So we were talking about relationships, the dynamics within a relationship. And I was saying that everybody has an agenda. So I asked her, is it possible to have a relationship with a person? And this is not intimate. This is just friendship, family member. Is it possible to have a relationship with a person with no exchange? Meaning that there is no exchange of you expecting something from them and them expecting something from you.
Is that the end of your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it possible to have a relationship where you're constantly giving to somebody else? Or they're constantly giving to you?
Correct.
So
that, as well as, is it possible to have a relationship with zero expectation?
yes.
And we're strictly talking about situation, like with somebody, like a relationship.
No.
We're talking about friends, family, everything?
Friend,
Any type
whether
of
it's an intimate relationship
Yeah.
or even it's friends, family.
Okay.
I think so.
No expectation. I think so. Yeah.
I think so. And the reason I say
the
that,
other one I don't get. Like where you're not. What did you say? Where you don't give each other anything?
So, like for instance, you and I are friends. I'll use us as an example. Is there anything that you expect of me? Is there anything, do you have a friendship with me because you have a particular motive to get something from me? Or are you friends with me because we're just boys?
well, I think
The expectation would be, oh, you better show up every week. Like to do what you do behind the camera, but outside of that, like
Saying,
Yeah, but is this a working relationship or a friendship, though?
no, it's definitely a friendship, but there's an expectation to the relationship.
Yeah,
this
so-
is a part of the relationship.
So yeah, that's what you're asking, right? Like, can you have a relationship with someone without expectations? Okay. So yes, I think you can.
You still could.
And the reason that I think you can is the only way I think that's possible, because I have those now at this point, is because if you were friends, and I think in any true friendship, there's always expectations. Like, I expect you to maybe like be there for me, or like hear me out, or like I'm gonna pour into your cup and you're gonna pour into mine. Then I think
So that's emotional.
that
There's an emotional expectation.
sure. And then I think it gets to a point where you realize maybe you're only pouring in to this person's cup. Like, they're not pouring into yours. But you know that this person still is a good person underneath all this whatever, like they're not giving you or whatever. So for me, I have certain relationships where I know this is all I'm going to get from this person. Meaning, like, I don't expect anything from them. I don't expect them to be there for me. I don't expect them to do anything in that capacity.
Shout them out.
But I still know that I can have like fun with them. I can go out with them. I can have a great time. All these things. But like the
Say one of those
accountability,
names.
is not there. So for me, they might think our friendship is great because they don't realize that my stance is different, because they're not going to realize it. Because how could they? Because for them, everything's the same for them. They're still like telling me this and doing this and whatever. I'm just not doing the same towards them. But because of the way that they are, they don't realize it. Maybe they're selfish. Maybe they don't understand that.
That change over time.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
question to you is, why do you still associate yourself?
So I
with
just
them?
said, so I still know that this person has a lot of good qualities in them. Like they still have a lot of good things about them. I still love them as a person. But for me to keep this relationship, I know what it is and I'm acting accordingly so that I don't get hurt. So for me, yes, I have friendships that
What do you mean you don't
I
get
have
hurt?
no meaning. I feel the reason that you get hurt in any type of relationship is if you have an expectation of somebody and they don't adhere to it. That's when you get hurt because you get disappointed. So I have no expectations of this person at all. I know they're a good person. I know they still have good qualities about them, but I have no expectations of them. And that is the dynamic of our relationship. So for me, it's fine and it works for me. It works for me. I'm keeping you here. I'm keeping you at an arm's length for me.
So going back to what you said to me a while back, is that still a friend or is that like now an acquaintance?
I would still say it's a friend because
This guy
like
trying
we
to
were
call back
very.
his arguments with her now.
No, I think he's
not
trying. I
really.
think he's trying to understand
Continue.
because I've said that to
No,
him,
but that one had him going that day.
and fair enough. I mean, I said it, so
Not really, but
It definitely had you going, bro.
nah,
I don't think he was mad
no, not even.
because I don't think he
I'm-
cares.
Run it back. Let's run it back.
I just don't think he cares.
You know what's got someone going right now?
I know a lot.
You see how he
I
can't
think-
handle it though? He always has to try to
No,
put it
I
on me.
think you're
Always has to try to put this back on me.
I think
handle
you're.
it.
Finish what you're saying because I was
I
already
think-
past this a long time ago.
I think you're
I always try to put
trying
it
to
back on him.
make. I think you're trying to make us go like this,
Oh my goodness.
But-
Go get to your response.
bro. I'm talking. Let me talk. Yeah, see, I'll throw it right back at you. But anyways, no, I don't think they're an acquaintance because we were very good friends.
Yeah.
And that's what changed, like that part changed the relationship. So do I still consider this person like in that realm of friends? But I think there's different levels to it.
So let me throw it back at you guys then. When you guys are discussing and having this conversation, you're not talking to anybody as much as you used to, or they've slowly fallen apart. Do they fall into an acquaintance category?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I do have friends that are now to me acquaintances or no
Yeah.
longer even friends.
yeah, like
And maybe now the only reason like I see this person is because they are in a relationship with somebody else that's my friend.
like when you say there's no expectations anymore, for me, that person's either I've had a falling out with them and they're just gone, or now they're an acquaintance.
To me, it's just so simple as knots. If you were getting married again tomorrow, would you have the exact same people in your wedding party that you did
That part.
10 years ago or whenever that was? now?
That part. No,
SB,
right?
same
No,
thing.
I don't
Would
think
you
so.
have those same exactly? It's-
And but the people that I thought that would be my like, I mean, I've never been married, but like that would be that for me. When I like thought that, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would love to see a viewer now comment and be like, yes, everybody would still be in the same wedding party because I truly think that'd be hard to find right now.
And
in this day
I've
age.
been in so many weddings. Like I've had like 10, 11 weddings like
That's
a year.
crazy.
No, I know. And I could say 80% of those weddings, minus the ones that were just family, because for family it was all cousins, minus those ones, but 80% of the weddings, the groomsmen and the bridesmaids are no longer friends. Not all of them, but like some.
That's rough, yo.
I think it's natural.
So
I envy the people that have everybody still
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's like, wow, you guys actually pulled through like that.
And you're saying no, not because you're the only one in the room that's married. So your wedding party would be different on both sides, yours and hers.
For me, no. I would have kept it the same because it's appropriate for that specific time.
No, but I mean now, if you were getting
still
married
talk
again now,
Oh, so-
would it be
well-
the exact same people that were in the wedding
if
party?
you got
No,
10
No,
pe-
because
yeah.
I'm in a different stage in life.
Yeah, so it, but
So
yeah,
it'd be a different set of people, yes.
yeah. Same thing with
It
you.
would
Yeah,
change.
same thing with me. There would be people that would still
would
be
be
there.
there,
yeah, but
exactly.
I could already.
You may have
I
swapped
could
out
see-
one or two
yeah,
already.
Yeah, there's a couple
Yeah.
that are.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Where they at? Shout them out, yo. The ones that are getting swapped out, you're on the bench.
They're acquaintances.
Only going up this year.
So for you, you think that it is possible to have relationships with people where there's absolutely no exchange.
Yeah, because there's some relationships that are strictly transactional. There are some relationships that are like that. And then there are some relationships where you maybe pour more into your friend's cup than they do at this time because of maybe what they're going through or whatever. And like you still understand that they're still there for you and all that stuff, but like they can only do it in a certain capacity. And maybe in some other relationships, like I have friends that I know, like I care about them, but like they always call me. I'm not really like a friend that like links all my friends or like, hey everyone, let's hang out, or like let's do this, or like I have friends in my phone that like we talk when they link me. And it's not because I don't want to link them. I just don't link anyone on the ones. Like I just don't do that. Unless like you're my very close knit and there's like maybe a handful that like I talk to every day. So
I play with that sometimes.
So if you
Play with what?
If you haven't like
to see who still
doesn't talk
calls
to you,
me
yeah.
if I'm not reaching out.
So like it'll get there for me for sure. But like I have friends that like consistently will like reach out every so often. But if I don't hear from them or whatever, my message to them is like, hey, what up? Miss you. Okay, bye. 3 messages and that's it. I don't mean we need to talk. I'm just saying like, oh, I thought of you. Love you. Okay, bye. And that's it. And like that's enough for me and for them. Like I have friends, one of my closest friends doesn't live in Canada. We talk every day, every fucking day. And then sometimes we won't talk for like 3-4 days, but like she knows me the most and I know her the most. And she used to live here, but she just doesn't anymore. But what I'm saying is that, do I think it's possible? 100%. But it has to be like on your terms. Like if you are making that decision. Like I've made a decision that there is people in my life that I expect nothing from, because if I do, like I will get hurt and I'll probably no longer be their friend.
So let me ask another question. So, because you sound like a good friend, you sound like you care for your people.
I do.
Now, since you
I'm sick. I know. I'm sick.
Well, that's how we be.
Yo, grade 2, man.
That's how we-
Grade 2.
Oh,
Grade
yo,
2.
leave your hand. Leave your hand. Ain't nobody touching you.
Grade 2. Grade 2. Grade 2. She's a great friend.
so for you, so for the friends that you pour into often, but you receive nothing back from them,
I don't do that anymore.
Boom.
you don't do that anymore.
No.
So the dynamic has changed
For those people, which is
for
the
those
people
specific people.
right.
Why? And I know this is kind of a redundant question and you've answered it already. Just in one simple sentence, why did you remove them completely? Or not remove them completely, but distance yourself from them?
Because they
She's sensitive.
they didn't ever like meet they kept disappointing me.
Okay. So
But they've been there for me through like really shitty times, and I know that they can be. I know that they have that in them.
So is it just a sense
But
of
for
loyalty
me-
that you feel still remains?
No, not
there to
even.
where it's
No,
like-
I still think that they're like a good person. Like regardless of how they're treating me in this moment,
their innate character is
yeah,
so
like
good.
there's something good in there. Like I know that.
Yeah.
If there wasn't, bro, you're gone. You're done. I don't care. Like I'm gonna cut you off. I'll cut off family.
So
Like it
That
doesn't
part.
matter, right?
So-
like toxic is toxic at the end of the day.
yeah, so let me stop
I'll
you
never
there.
I'll never forget an episode of Oprah Super Soul where she spoke about just that.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's okay. Sometimes you have to tell family, even family, that I still love you. I just love you from a distance.
And it's okay to set a bound, even like people, anybody, right? Like I don't hate you. You could have done me so dirty. I don't hate you. And you want to come back into my life so badly because like you need that for you, or like you know that you messed up so bad. I get that. I appreciate that. And I don't hate you, but I don't need to allow you in my space.
But with you protecting yourself now,
Yeah.
would you say that at that point, the relationship is not transactional for you? because now there is a lack in the relationship. Sure, you're pouring into the other person, but the other person isn't meeting your unrealized expectation because now they're just taken from you and not given back to you. And because of that, now you have created a separation, which goes back to the question,
Right,
which
fair.
is realized or unrealized intentions.
So no, I disagree, because a transaction is an exchange between two people. So one person needs to give something for one person to get something. It has to go like this. It's not like that for me. I'm not giving anything at all whatsoever. So like if I'm friends with this person and they're asking me or like telling me about their lives or this and this, and I'm like, oh yeah, dope, like nice, great, awesome. Hey, how are you? My life could be on fire and I'm like, fine. So there's no exchange of anything because I expect nothing. So I'm not wanting, I'm not giving, I'm there, I'm in space.
Relationship?
Of course
then?
there is. Yeah, of course there is. Well, I can go out with you, I can party with you, I can like go to dinner with you, like I can do all that.
So then
It's surface level.
Okay, so
there's
surface
no
surface level.
There's no transaction.
It's surface level, but then at that point, it's still transactional for you, or you're receiving something from
No,
it
it's not.
because now that person is just providing entertainment for you.
But it's not, because that's not what they think. That's not
It's not
what's
about them. It's about you.
to me. I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm going out with a friend. I'm hanging out with my friend. It's not like I have to hang out from you because I need this from you. I don't need it from that person. I can get it everywhere else, like at all. So I'm not expecting that from that person. And that person doesn't realize they're getting or not getting anything from me because they're not in a headspace to realize that. So no, I don't agree.
Shout out all Pree's friends who watch.
There's a lot of them.
Only going up this year.
Oh, there's a lot of them. There's ones that
Whether they know or
toxic
they don't know.
There's one that come to me and be like, oh, when you said this and this person said this, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about you.
Say it. Say it.
Only going up this year.
Curious to hear.
Don't know if they
curious to
they
hear
listen.
your
Don't know.
perspective in NSB.
Oh, if I think you can have a relationship with somebody you're not getting anything from them?
If you can have a relationship without it being transactional.
Nah, I don't think so. Like whether you're getting something emotional, like even when you think of your children, for example, my kids can't do much for me, but I still get something from them. You get what I mean? Make sense to you? I don't know. Look at your.
I look at that like yeah, like even if you're just getting love or you're getting
So
happiness,
that's different.
Yeah.
the energy that you're getting, like
But you're
it's-
getting something from them,
Yeah, there's a transaction,
and that's
there.
kind of why I'm like,
Quality time.
the only thing that comes close to me is an elderly person. Like let's say your mom or your grandparent is at a stage in life now where they can't do much for you. Like they're dependent on you. Like you're literally wiping somebody's ass at this point. You get what I mean? Like I can't get anything from them besides, again, maybe some good conversation and some wisdom. But it's
exactly.
still something. Unless they are absolutely like
A vegetable.
exactly. You get what I mean? Outside of that,
Yeah, but then
That's still love.
Like
Like
you
you're-
can still
yeah,
say
exactly.
that their presence can still give you.
I was just gonna say
joy
I
or
was just
whatever,
right?
gonna
go there. I was just gonna go there with that. And that to me is kind of why I say, yeah, I can't think of one where you're not getting something at the end of the day. What are you saying?
No, I'm kind of there with you. There was some sort of transaction. There's some sort of transaction. But the first question, as far as being in a relationship where there's no expectations, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Well, I want to go back to your wedding though, because what I was gonna interject and say, I could have easily made Nats's list of people he don't mess with anymore after the fact, like after his wedding. So, for his wedding, a monetary gift. So I thought my envelope went into the box with the monetary gifts. Fast forward, what was that, like 3 years, bro? 4 years? 5 years? More than that? Like a long time, Pree. Like a long time. 7 years? Something. Randomly get some bank note from, like a letter from the bank on some, oh, this wasn't deposited. A money order. Because usually when I give a monetary gift at a wedding, I get a money draft or something. So saying it was never deposited. So I'm like, what? And it was made out to him and his wife. So then I asked him, like, yo, what happened to the check? Like, how come you never deposited? Like, what's going on? This guy's like, oh, I never got anything from you. What? So, yeah, like, imagine now, in his head, I had went to his wedding, how much years ago, showed up, had my dinner, the whole 9 yards, celebrated, yada, 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 and went home and didn't give no gift or nothing like that.
Okay. I was
And you
just
know,
gonna
there are
ask-
friends like that exist.
So I was just gonna ask if you guys, piggybacking on this, that's wild and crazy.
Bro, and he never said nothing to
And
me
that's
about it.
your
It never
impression.
came up.
As
So it
I
never
wouldn't
came up,
either. I
nothing.
wouldn't either.
He's not supposed to.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
he's not supposed
on the low, it's like, oh, you just sort of slide away
I'd
from
have been
that person.
like,
Like, I
I'm
don't really
like,
focus on
okay, you're a bitch.
It's like them
Right.
ones.
But
But he was still here. Like,
But do you guys? Okay, so if you guys are in someone's wedding, you're
in the wedding?
in their wedding party.
okay.
Do you still think that you have to give that you should give a gift?
Yeah, I still give some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I would say no. If I'm in the wedding party, that means I've paid for
Your
your
dress and all that stuff.
your bridal shower,
But-
your
but-
bachelorette
yeah,
party.
give you a small gift.
Nah. What?
I don't know,
Bro, this is like
Something
thousands
thoughtful.
of dollars.
Yeah, but I'm saying the gift could still be something thoughtful. and
Yeah.
it doesn't
So,
have to
anyways,
cost much,
maybe I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So hold on. Out of these hundreds of wedding parties you've been in, you've never once given?
if I'm a bridesmaid,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
The ones that my family has been to, sure, I'm pretty sure I'm on the card.
Mm.
But like, no. But this is like $2-3 grand I'm
Yeah,
putting
you've already
in
put into something. Yeah.
to your wedding.
On the stop.
I'm not gonna give you
A gift on
another
top of
like
that?
$200 for my plate, bro. I spent $800 on this dress that I'm never gonna wear again.
Oh, but I wasn't thinking specifically
No.
monetary, especially if their wedding is monetary gifts only or something. I was still thinking
Whose wedding is not monetary gifts?
Hey man, I don't know what people are doing these days.
Bro, that's crazy.
I remember my boy that came at the wedding, and then he's like one of the first people that I reached out to when the whole separation divorce thing was going on.
Oh God, please don't.
And,
Okay.
and word for word, first thing he goes is, yo, if you get married again, bro, I'm not giving you
No
Oh man.
But yeah, like so going back to the whole notch thing, he could have easily had me up for years. Like years. And it wasn't until I got that letter from the bank and I was like, yo, bro, what the hell happened
Yeah,
to this?
yo, bro, I would have rated.
So I was like, yo, you thought I never gave you nothing the whole time?
I would have wrote you off still. If
And
you're
you
my
never called
Russian,
me out nothing.
I rate that.
Yeah,
I rate
yo,
that from him.
Yo, like,
But I
trust
would have
me,
been like,
know.
yo, I don't rate this guy. Yeah. I have to work with him or whatever. But like, I don't rate him.
Yeah, so that, what were your thoughts? I don't know. You want to give your
So wait,
perspective?
Good question. What are your thoughts?
What'd you do with the bank? What'd you do? Did you give it to him?
Oh, I got to whatever.
Yeah,
like,
issued?
reissued, yeah, and then give it to him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what'd you think? Wait, did you even notice? Or you did?
Oh, that's a good question too.
Not at first.
Because
it
you get
wasn't- it
hundreds
was-
of... Sorry, how many people were at your wedding?
100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that many. Well, again, I'm talking
Nah,
from...
that was 100. Nah, that was even more than 100. That was more than 100
It
people.
was 100 people.
I swear that felt like more than 100 people. But anyways, whatever.
No, I'm just saying like from... like, I'm Indian. Like, that's like my family.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's relatively, that's a small wedding.
Yeah.
Easy could have been like 500 people, especially on my dad's side. But yeah. No, to tell the truth, no, I didn't really notice until you brought
And so
it
he
up.
said it, right?
Yeah. But
Because how would you...
more so
Nah,
though,
man, we talked about this, bro.
Yeah. But it wasn't until after. But more so for me in general. So now I'll throw the question back to me. So in general,
You can ask yourself a question.
for myself is I'm a person where I don't necessarily look for anything from anyone per se. Just reason being, I'm all about authenticity, hence Zealous authentic pictures. That word authentic is in the company name for a reason, right? I'm all about authenticity. So
Don't do that, bro.
whether you
Stop playing that button.
don't be muddying my name right now.
You did that
So
to
like
all of
even
us.
too, like if it's my birthday, whatever it may be, just you sending a text saying happy birthday is enough. I don't expect anything from you,
Right.
per se. All right. So with relationships and friendships, I'm not necessarily seeking anything. But in context of the conversation with my wife, she
probably noticed.
She was,
because women will,
she mentioned, she was just like, yeah, but you have friends
that,
and you're close to certain guys, certain people.
without saying it.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is that you're still seeking something from them.
Yeah.
Whether you realize it or not. It's like, how so? Like us, you know? It's genuine.
Right.
But she's just like, no, but you're really seeking brotherhood from him, and he's seeking it from you because when he's going through something, he's coming to you to get your perspective. Or when you're going through something, I go to him, right? And use the example of if you come to me, you're pouring out your issues to me and I don't respond at all. And I just ignore everything that you're saying. After a while, you're going to be like, yo, this guy don't care. Yo, I'm losing off of you type of thing, right? So
some people don't even realize it.
They'll
They'll still go back to that same person, pouring out their heart, not getting any feedback, just feeling good that they got it off their chest,
But
even
some
though
people-
there's no
but
You're also
just-
making yourself
seeking.
available for it.
But
though.
sometimes some people just need to vent. Like,
True.
I'm not looking for advice. I just need someone to like say this to.
but
until
the
that person isn't
foundation
there
of that
anymore.
is you're still looking for somebody to vent to. You're still looking to get it off your chest. You're still looking for that support, that comfort.
Hey man, no.
I can't believe you didn't give him a card. You
Yo,
messed up,
nobody's-
bro.
But the joke is, I would have never known unless the bank sent me that letter. So I was kind of like, "Yo, what the hell? This is crazy." Because
joking.
how
I'm
I
joking.
felt.
I'm
no, but
joking.
but internally,
Yeah,
when
I
I
feel
when I
that.
got,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
feel
"Yo,
the
what the
way.
hell? Like,
Yeah.
what? What is crazy to me?" And I was like, "Yo, all these years, Notch that I never gave him something for his wedding."
Do you have like right now like 5 people that you could choose? I know you're not in any state
To be in a
anywhere
wedding
close.
party, my wedding party.
Yeah, like do you
Yeah.
have? Yeah,
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Well, yeah. Like if you renewed your vows. Yeah, I don't.
Question is, am I in yours?
No.
Yo, the way you were yelling at me earlier, bro. And now that we just found out that you don't give gifts,
We ain't like that. Yeah, that's the,
Wait,
don't
is
do
he
that.
in yours?
Who, him?
Yeah.
We'll save that.
kidding me?
secret
I'd
for
be
another
holding
day.
that mic and everything, giving speeches.
Huh? What'd you say?
So we'll save that secret for another day.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Are we taking a break, or what are we getting to some actual like topics? Or
I don't think we got any topics right now. I
I
had
think
a
this was
question.
just like a great.
I had a question too because this has happened earlier. If you want to take a break, we could take a break before I run it. But
Let's
I'll
take
leave
a
that to you
break
guys.
and then run the question. Then
Yeah.
all right,
wrap
we'll
it.
take a quick break and be back
Yeah.
with some more perspective.
Forget all these fights that are going on. Forget the Euro Cup.
I mean, I'll
Forget
start
all these
Trump
sports.
Biden. That's
Forget,
right.
This episode is brought to you by Body Ammo. More than a look, it's a lifestyle. Pick up some body ammo to protect your mind, body, and soul. Now, back to some more of SUP.
I need your point of view as the female, and the question's directed to you, towards you. But I guess it could be
It's
applicable
directed
to
towards who? Me?
I think the guy. Well, we had a brief conversation on it. Are you good at consoling like your significant other? And I guess you could answer it too. Like if your guy's crying or something,
I mean, I think so.
like you think you're good.
Yeah, I don't think that I've
I think
had
most women are.
great experiences with men being good. If I'm being emotional,
That makes me feel better.
Yo, that part.
because I think that it's twofold. Like, do you not think you guys are good? Is that why?
So I'm having a conversation with this girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
something happened
Oh yeah,
recently, like
Yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
today,
yeah. So
today.
yeah,
Okay.
like ongoing from yesterday. So
Ooh, this has got spicy.
there was not
hear about it.
like
An issue, whatever, something happened.
not even an issue.
Make
It's
it
just
spicy.
like
Don't do that.
she wants me to add
Yo,
flavor.
yeah, make it saucy, bro. Like change your voice or something.
Pause. Hard pause.
Whatever. What did I even say?
Hard pause. Make it saucy,
Oh.
bro.
Change your voice. Change your voice.
Be breathy.
Yo, that's the saucy.
Hit the meek button.
You're sick, bro.
Holy.
So
Okay.
context, we have a conversation. I'm going to be vague on purpose. We have a conversation. Certain things left her
hit the meat button.
she's in an emotional state, right?
Fair.
You know I'm gonna put it on here, right?
You should.
man.
I feel like
Okay.
there should have been a button. So,
All right, continue.
so we're having a conversation. We're going back and forth through text. She's still feeling the way after the conversation, right? Now we're actually on the phone. Before it's just text messages, and she's stretching while she's talking to me, but she's like, as she's stretching, it sounds like she's crying, like her voice changes and stuff. And then it goes back to normal. And like, but as she's stretching, I'm just like, yo, are you crying right now?
Were you on FaceTime?
No, just on the phone. And she's like, no, I'm just stretching. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like,
Android guy.
I'm not good at dealing with that. So that's where the whole thing came from. Yeah, I'm not good with dealing with people like just crying. Made it more of a joke.
Okay.
But there's a lot of truth to it. I don't know what to do in those situations. Like you pat their back, you hug them. Like what are you supposed to do? What would you want done?
Wait, no. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
So if you are in a situation where you are talking to your partner, to someone, your partner, let's say your partner for like whatever.
Yeah.
And they're crying. What are you doing? Are you just
you gotta like, comfort them.
no? But what? Yeah, okay, but please, like, your
Get 'em.
your
No, get me. It's all good. Like I want the advice.
Your response, bro. I'm getting to you though.
Whoa,
like I'm
God.
coming this way.
Look how excited he gets.
I know.
I
He's
swear.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so happy.
This guy's gonna watch the video back.
You know.
With that bear.
Change your
Hey, man,
voice.
don't
change your
finish.
voice.
Let's not stray too far.
Okay, so like, yeah, if your partner's crying in front of you, what are you? Please don't tell me you do this
What, the pat?
on the back.
No, man.
Okay, so
I mean, I
what
have. Suck it out. Yeah, all right. Tough world.
What are
Play
you?
some J. Cole.
What are you? Shut up. What are you doing?
No, I'll do the whole hug thing, pat them, and then like slowly get back into the conversation with them. But in my head, I'm just thinking, oh man, I can't wait till this is over.
Is it because you're uncomfortable? Or you like awkward?
I definitely feel awkward.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when it just happens in the deal, it's not a big deal. And
To you.
Sure, yeah.
It's not a big deal to you.
I think if you were to have a vote from an audience, most people would vote that it's not a big deal.
I mean, it doesn't.
I get it, perspective, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you cried in front of a partner?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I was actually going to ask that.
That's a very good question. I have.
And then how did you feel about their reaction towards you?
That's another good question.
I'm great at these guys. Shut up, man. I'm getting to you.
That's what I'm afraid of, and that's why I didn't pose the
Too
question
bad.
to him.
Too bad.
Because I stopped myself
Too
from posing
bad.
that question because I knew you were going to come back and ask me that.
Yeah, fair.
Look how deep it goes.
Levels. Levels.
Let's get in and ask the question because it's going to come back.
Levels.
How did I feel about it? I felt good. It's all right.
About her response to you?
Yeah. Like,
Did you feel?
like it was all right.
It was all
Okay,
right.
so
What happened?
Sorry, why did you feel like it was all right instead of like good or bad? Like, what did you feel like she could have done better, and what did she do that made you feel good?
I don't think there was anything that she could have done like better or worse. It was
Okay.
just the circumstances. There was no healing from it. Like, it's just like, I'm crying. I feel off. Like, I don't like crying in front of people, number one.
Fair.
That's a part of it.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time that I had cried in front of this person.
Right.
Or a girl in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's more me. It's more me being that vulnerable. That was the discomfort.
Which is
But
fair.
yeah, but so have you ever like told yourself that you need to be? Like, have you held yourself back from it the entire time up until that point?
Oh, hell yeah.
I feel like a lot of people
hell
hold
yeah.
themselves back to
But
from
were you
crying.
so then were you at some point did you try to be intentional about not doing it anymore?
Yes.
With that person.
That sort of scenario never occurred again. but I can open up more about it in front of people and not have that same ideology that I had about crying in front of people. Like, to me, it's like, it's not masculine. Like, that's my,
And you've
that's
always felt that way about it?
Yeah. Like,
I think we were brought up like that.
Oh, hell
but
yeah.
But I feel like that should not be a thing.
it shouldn't be, but like,
You mean
even
are you
just
talking about men, like girls and
Men,
boys? Are brought up?
men.
You got to remember my dynamic too, right? Like, I've seen my father cry once. That was the passing of his parents, right? His father was in World War II, so he's like an army type of. You're not getting nothing from me. And mind you, I was really young with him, but he's not crying. So my brother doesn't cry. Like, we're not like, I'm not around that. So yeah.
After you had that experience with that person,
Yeah.
have you cried again in front of another, like, a woman?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you care?
Do I want to cry?
No. Do you care that you can't be that vulnerable? So if you're in a situation where you probably would if you were alone, like, do you feel like you want to get to the point where you can?
I think I associate it with trust to a degree too.
That's fair,
Right? And then because it's
True, but
Do you feel like the
why?
person that you cried in front of, did you trusted them? Did they give you a reason in terms of their reaction not to? Or
no,
did you feel
none of that.
Okay,
it was
that's
more
fair.
like it's just happened. Like, holy shit! Like, this has never happened before. Like, I'm that bothered. But I had a family member that had passed away. That's the context. of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to me, it was just
So
like,
it wasn't
oh, wow.
about okay.
It's just like, wow,
that's
I've actually cried. Like, I'm crying. Like, it's not
But
regular.
I think that is very different. So crying from grief from someone passing away in front of anybody, I think is different than crying with someone that hurt you. Like, you're crying because they hurt you.
Oh, for sure.
Like that. So you've never done that?
No.
Okay. So the question that you've posed in terms of like the person that you were like talking to got emotional or whatever, and like she was crying because of something that
she wasn't crying. She was just yawning.
Stretching. Sorry.
I made
My
that
bad. Yeah.
I made that like a joke. Like, oh shoot, if you're crying, I'm not really good at that. But this is the part. What she said is, and this one got me interested in it. She's like, for somebody to have the quality of being able to console somebody is a really good quality to have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never looked at it like that. I just kind of looked at it like.
So there's go ahead.
My way to help somebody, obviously, scenario based. I'll play the part, but my strength is to just make the person laugh.
I was just gonna say your humor.
Yeah.
Right.
So that will be my push to like finally get to that stage. So I'm waiting where I'm like,
where you can interject to
and
do
make
that.
it funny, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I'm looking for that moment the whole time.
For sure. And like no.
No what?
Like no, don't do that.
Oh no, obviously.
If you're sorry. Don't do that if the reason the person is crying is based on the interaction between you and that person. If the person is crying from like
something else,
grief or work or
stress,
friends or whatever, I think there is a part where like you can interject like for that. But if they're crying because like you hurt them in some way, that is a very fine line. And the thing is that I think that sometimes men like don't know how to deal with it. So they just like will sit there. Like you could be crying and bawling and they will just sit there until like you're like not crying or like hyperventilating or like, you know, making those like any of that. Like they will just, because they just don't know what to do. So I agree with the person that you were talking to in terms of like
the flip
consoling.
the flip on you for all those guys.
Yeah.
What should we be doing? So obviously the joking part,
you can
being
get
somewhat sarcastic, right? Like
yeah.
I'm not like emotionally fucking.
You're
guts,
intelligent
but
enough, to know
exactly. And the maturity part, obviously, I'm trying to make it a little bit more entertaining. Like I would know what to do, but it's not the most comfortable place or where I feel the most confident.
For sure.
And a lot of guys can relate to that. So
for sure.
The times that you're doing this, and it sounds like more than one, and they didn't know what to do, what would
more
you
than
have
one
wanted?
where I'm crying?
Yeah. What would you have expected them to do? What would you have wanted them to do? Obviously, case by case, but yeah. And don't forget about Bun after. He's getting real comfortable.
Oh, I'll never
This
forget
guy's
about
such
him.
a pussy, bro. Like, I swear to goodness.
Yeah.
Nah, like you're such a pussy, bro.
Yeah,
Like you can't stand outside on your own, bro. Like, come on, bro.
man.
Like, stop.
Oh man,
That's lame, yo.
That's rough.
This is such an emotional
Oh
conversation.
my goodness. Like, you're so pussy, bro.
Bro, stop
That's
saying
sickening.
that.
Continue.
He thinks he's tug of war.
Stop. So anyways, I think it is an awkward situation for anyone to be in, especially if you both aren't at that emotional state. I've been in situations where like I'm just emotional, the other person's not. I've been where they are, I'm not. I've been in ones when we both are. So one, I do think like you just need to listen, because sometimes someone needs to like cry it out and like say it to you like as they're crying. Sometimes someone just needs to like let it out, and like I think you need to read the room. Like it obviously the person that is emotional is somebody that you've been around for like a good amount of time, where you like know them and know their personality and know what they need. So in that moment, I think that you should really listen to them. So like our body language shows you like if we need you to hug us or just sit there, or just say like, what can I do to make this better? Like if you know you're in the wrong or whatever. I think that you really need to take in the person that you're with's demeanor, like, and how they're crying. There's different ways to cry.
So when you're in your scenarios, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could they have gotten away with doing different things, but they all would have worked out just given
I think
the scenarios?
so,
Like
yeah.
what? Though?
Yeah.
Different things. Different things like what?
Meaning like 1, sit there, listen to me. 2, hug me. 3, talk to me. 4, just say like, I'm here for you. Like there's so many things, but I think that if I'm scream crying at you, if I'm like saying like, you hurt me, you broke my heart, you
Yeah, but I thought that was okay.
Yeah, but there's
I
different.
figured that was different.
I could also just be sitting there and silently like sobbing. I'm not saying anything.
The anger still directed towards that person. That emotion is still directed towards that person. I'm
saying when it is in relation to that person, not when I'm like grieving, not when like my job pisses me off, like not like that. I'm saying it's different. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now what about you?
What are we asking? What about me? Yeah, I've cried in front of a female before.
I know that.
How would you know that?
Because you've said that before.
I think you've cried like 3 times on here too.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying.
I thought we're not talking about just
I know, but
this experience.
I know, but like you,
a partner of some sort.
Yeah, but you don't need to be so. I'm not being aggressive. Like you're just coming at me like in this way. I'm not doing that. I don't know how many ways to preface that. Do you know, or do you feel like you know how to console someone, like a partner, when they're crying? Or have you felt like when you were in that position where you may have been emotional, that your partner consoled you in the way that you needed to be consoled? And if not, what way would that be?
No, I was gonna say earlier, I feel like a hug just pretty much solves everybody's problems from my standpoint, at least. But
like, okay, go on. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, like I get the whole, if the emotions are directed towards that person, you're not necessarily gonna want these things. But I would never reacted like that towards.
So if somebody hurt you, like your partner hurt you,
they're not gonna catch me crying in front of them, scream crying type shit.
I'm not saying scream crying, but let's say your partner hurt you and then you became emotional. They can't hug you after because you're not gonna want that. So what would you want in that way? That's what I'm saying. Like if you're dating someone, if me and you are dating and I hurt you, let's just say, in whatever way, mad, angry, whatever, and you're emotional and you're crying because you're sad or mad. Yeah, whatever. However I did it.
It's
what would what would help console you in that time? Because I don't think a hug would, because you'd be mad or sad. But I feel like if you're sad, then you would want a hug. But if you're mad, I don't know.
I don't know, some space, some time, I guess.
And is that how you would console somebody that was
mad at me?
or sad? Like if
I
you hurt a
guess.
partner, like that would be your response, is either just to be silent and give them space or to hug them.
Not the hug part, I guess. Time and space.
So that's
What?
so you'd walk away from someone that was crying?
If I hurt them,
Yeah. Like you're in a
I wouldn't
conversation.
walk away. I'd like be present the entire time, but I don't think I would then attempt to console them in any way at that point. I also can't imagine myself doing something to hurt them in that way to the point where they're crying like that.
You've never made a girl cry?
I'm sure I have.
Like where you've hurt her or she's saying like, hey, like you hurt me and she's crying to you?
Oh yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah, so
things that
don't
have gone
so you
sideways
can't
and
say
some-
you I'm sure you have
Depends
when
on-
you've had girls crying to you. Why would you say you're sure you have or you haven't?
No, but I would still be like, I wouldn't remove myself from the room.
Yeah,
let's
no,
say.
and that's good.
I'll
but
give
I'm just
them an opportunity
to walk away if they need to.
basically.
Right. Okay.
That counts.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Great. Awesome. Does that help? Give you like an answer?
I think it helps a lot of guys.
Okay, that's good. That I can help, guys. If you have any more questions, please DM our IG. Okay. Yay.
You were done with that?
I don't think there's really much more to say. Yeah. It's kind of it.
I don't know. Home
That was
time then, I guess, because I don't know why you just started that now. I was like,
That was
Yeah,
a
I
great.
just realized that it was off.
Whatever. Oh. Well.
Only going up this year.
well, on that note, then I guess we'll wrap it up here and return again next week for another episode of this Speak Your Perspective thing that we do.
The thing that we do.
I don't know what you want to call it, potting, whatever you want to call it. Anybody who's watching and or listening, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Nats, you got anything? Have a good week. See you guys next time.